Hi, I'm Andrea Van Zile, the Pilates Program Director for VIDA Fitness, and we're going to show you a Pilates mat routine that you can do at home. Now, if you have a mat, that's great. You can use your own mat. If you don't have a mat, don't worry. You can put a towel down on your rug, and that will work just fine. All right, here we go. Now, to warm up, we're going to have our knees bent and our feet flat, hands at your sides. Take a deep inhale through your nose. On your exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Hover your hands at hip height and take 3 deep rib cage breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more just like this. Big exhale. Last time. And lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Shake your head gently from side to side. Release your neck. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Hover your hands at hip height. Now keep that collarbone wide and your tailbone heavy. On your inhale, lift both arms up to the ceiling. On your exhale, both arms come down. 3 more times like this. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms come back down. 2 more times. Last one. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders and just shake your head gently from side to side. Inhale. On your exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Bring your right knee to tabletop, left knee to tabletop. Flex your feet, hinging at the hip. Right heel taps down, lift it up. Left heel and lift. Keep going. Now every time you lift that knee to tabletop, your tailbone gets a little bit heavier. Last time, both sides. Hug the knees into your chest, lower your head, and just rock your hips from side to side and release your lower back. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Hover your hands at hip height. Knees return to tabletop. Squeeze your inner thighs. Hinging at the hip, both toes go halfway down. Exhale, both knees return to tabletop. Inhale, the legs hinge forward. Exhale, the knees lift up. 3 more times. And 2. Last one. Hug the knees in, lower the head, and rock those hips from side to side. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Bring your knees into tabletop and begin to vigorously pump your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can stay here. This is fine. If this feels good, we extend those legs out to 45 degrees, heels together, toes apart, squeezing the inner thighs together. Now you can always return to tabletop at any time. If none of this feels good to you today, that's okay too. Bend the knees, lower your head, and continue to pump your arms, focusing on your rib cage connection. You inhale, your ribs get heavy and wide. Exhale, your ribs get narrow. We're almost there. 10 complete breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We hug the knees into the chest, lower down, and rock your hips gently from side to side. Now we're going into our roll-up here. There are a few options for our roll-up. We're going to start with our beginner roll-up. So our knee is lifted to tabletop, our arms are up to the ceiling, our left foot is flexed. Curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades, grab behind your thigh, push the leg forward to roll up, flex the foot, and round over your legs. Inhale. Exhale, dig the heels down as you articulate down through your spine. Once your head arrives, we'll switch legs, grab behind the opposite knee, curling up, push that leg forward, flex the foot, round over the legs. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, keep those shoulders down your back, dig your heels down as you articulate down through your spine. Arms are up to the ceiling. This is our more intermediate roll-up. On the exhale, chin comes toward the chest, squeeze the inner thighs together, round up and over those legs, hollowing the belly, stay long on the sides of your body here. Reach the arms forward, inhale. Exhale, dig those heels down. Articulate through your spine. If that felt good to you, you can extend your arms behind you. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. If the legs lift up, that's totally fine. Inhale. And exhale, slowly roll down. At the bottom, we're going into our single leg circles. Pull your right knee into your chest. Give that knee a hug. You can kind of draw circles with your knee here to open up the hip a tiny bit. Now, grab behind your right thigh and extend that foot to the ceiling. Take that stretch. From here, hands come to your sides. We're circling the leg across the body, down to 45 degrees and up to the ceiling. Across the body, down, up to the ceiling. 3, and 2. Last one. Hold at the top and curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Now that leg goes straight down to the left circle lift. Down to the left circle lift. 3, 2. Last one. Hold at the top, scissor switch. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right leg is down, left leg is up. Lower your head and pull that knee into your chest. You can circle that knee a little bit, opening and releasing that hip. Now grab behind your thigh, extend the foot to the ceiling. Make sure that right foot is flexed hard. Bring your hands to your sides. We're circling to the right, down to 45 degrees and up to the ceiling. Across the body, down, kick and lift. 3, and 2. Last one. Hold, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Down to the right circle lift. Like a reverse capital D. 2 more. Last time. Flex your foot, reach through the heel, lower the leg all the way down. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, chin comes toward the chest. Squeeze the inner thighs together, round up and over, and take a forward fold here. And sit up tall. We're going into our rolling like a ball position. So, knees are bent, feet are flat. Hands come behind the thigh for our beginner rolling like a ball. To start, we just tuck and rock back, and then pull the belly in and round forward. You can start to go a little bit further each time, until maybe you get your sacrum on the mat. Or maybe you get the tips of your shoulder blades. Now, for rolling like a ball, we hop the tush halfway toward the heels. Heels together, toes apart. We grab the outsides of our ankles, lift the heels up, tuck the tailbone, and bring the forehead toward the knees. We round back, pull the belly in and round forward, using your abdominals as your brake. Inhale, exhale. Try to avoid using momentum here. Slow it down, and don't be afraid to get stuck. If you do, you have to fight for it, and that's good. That's extra work. Now at the top, we'll hold and find our first teaser of the day. Extend the arms, extend the legs, tucking the tailbone. Sits bones are pointing forward. Hold. You can bend your knees if this doesn't feel good. Now we roll down through our spine to the tips of the shoulder blades and bring the right knee into the chest. Left leg is out. Hold that knee. And switch. Switch. 3, 2, last one. Hug the knees in, lower down, and rock your hips from side to side. We begin our abdominal series here. Series of 5. Curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Hover your hands at hip height. Now both arms and legs go out. We circle the arms wide to the side and grab the shins. Inhale, everything goes out. Exhale, everything comes in. 3, 2, try to curl into it. 1, hug the knees in, lower down, and rock your hips from side to side. Inhale. Exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades, arms and legs up to the ceiling, grab behind your right calf, lower your left leg to 45 degrees. Pull, pull, scissor switch. Pull, pull, scissor switch. Focus on your pelvis here, guys. We're keeping that pelvis really stable. And now take your hands away and single it out. Last 2. Last one. Hug the knees in, lower down. And if you think that's hard, try talking through it. Hands behind your head, inhale. Exhale, curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Send both feet to the ceiling, heels together, toes apart. Now, if this doesn't feel good, bend your knees out to the side and create a diamond shape with your knees. Both legs up, we inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Deep inhale, deep exhale. 3. Last 2. And 1. Make sure that tailbone is heavy. Hug the knees in, lower down, and rock your hips from side to side. Hands are behind the head for crisscross. Curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades and then curl up further. You'll see my shoulder blades are off the mat now. Rotate your right armpit toward your left knee, left shoulder's off, and switch. And switch. 2. 1. Hug the knees in, lower down, and rock those hips from side to side. Arms go up to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, legs go to 45 degrees. We start to lift up into our teaser and hold. Lower the feet and sit up tall. Separate your feet to the width of your hips. Arms come out in front of you for spine stretch forward. Creasing at the breastbone. We reach forward looking down at the thighs. And then zip the belly, restack the spine. Inhale. Big exhale. 3. Like you're sitting up against a wall here. Creasing, reaching forward, and then zipping the belly to sit up tall. 2 more. And 1. Hold. Now, if you cannot keep your shoulders over your hips in this position, just bend your knees a little bit so that you can. From here, arms out in front of us, we start to slide the heels back toward the tush, lift the knees up, proud chest, lifted gaze. We tuck the tailbone, rock back, rock up, teaser. Bend the knees, rock it back on the inhale, exhale up, teaser. Open leg rocker modification here. Now, if this feels good, you can reach for your ankles or calves, going into full open leg rocker. Hold, and now we roll down through the spine. Now, there is a chance that you've moved back on your mat. Just move forward so that your head is prepared. Legs go up to the ceiling. We're popping our tush up and sliding our hands underneath our tush here for support. Make sure your collarbone does not look like this. It's open wide and your ribs are pulling down into the mat. We're drawing a baseball-sized circle to start. Down, around, back to center, lift. To the left, center, hold, to the right. Now we start to make that circle bigger. Basketball size now. Now, if that feels good, we start to make it even bigger. Last time. Now, if this does not feel good for your lower back, you can just bend your knees out to the side and keep moving. If you are a pregnant client, keep your knees bent here and just move your hips from side to side. From here, legs go out to 45 degrees. Arms are up, inhale, chin comes toward the chest. We lift up, find our teaser, lower the feet and sit up tall from here. Arms go out to the side, feet are separated to the width of our hips. Twist to the right, dive the left pinky to the right pinky toe. Back palm is up, look under your armpit. Come up in your twist, back to center. Twist to the left, dive the right pinky to the left pinky toe, look under your armpit. Up in your twist and back to center. Twist, dive, up, center. And arms come out in front of you. Start to slowly roll down through your spine. At the bottom, roll over onto your stomach. In this position, Hands are underneath our shoulders. Shoulders are down the back, legs are inner hip distance apart. Now the first thing I want you to do is anchor your pelvis, but pull your belly button in, okay? On your inhale, crown of the head pulls forward, lift your head, neck, and chest. Now your eyes should be at the front of your mat so that the back of your neck is long. You don't want to look like this. Now from here, I want you to think about pulling your hands down the mat to pull your chest further forward. Now pull your ribs in a lot. Let your sternum pull forward as you roll back down. Inhale, crown of the head pulls forward, lift up. And exhale, roll down. 3 more times like this. Now make sure you're not engaging your glutes. We're only working from the hips up. Last time we hold at the top. Hover your hands to make sure that you're using your abdominals and not your glutes. Now press into your mat and prop up onto your forearms. We're making 2 fists with our hands, bending at the wrist and bringing our knuckles together. Now make sure that your shoulder is directly over your elbow here. Pull your chest forward a lot, zip your legs together. With your right heel, we double kick the tush. Kick, kick, switch. Now this should be uncomfortable. This should not, we're not here. We're not just hanging out watching TV, okay? We're up, pulling the chest forward. So we're stretching out the abdominals, breaking up any lactic acid we built up during all that flexion because we're building balance in the body. Now note right now that you cannot see daylight underneath my pelvis. So we're not popping our booties up, guys. We're keeping our hips heavy. Now from here, hands touch the floor, slide your hands out and lower your head. Now really push your hands into the floor here and your hips. With both heels, we kick the tush 3 times. Kick, 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 toes touch the mat. Lift your upper body like Superman. Lower down. Kick 3, 2, 1, toes touch, lift up. 3 more. Kick, 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 toes touch, we lift. Kick, 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 toes touch. They anchor as we lift up and hold. Lift those legs and let's flutter for swimming. Trying to keep the pelvis as stable as we can. 3, 2, and hold. Now lower all the way down, slide your hands underneath your shoulders and push back into a child's pose here. So we're only opening the knees wide enough to fit the chest between them. And you can walk your hands to the right and sit into the left side of your body. Walk your hands to the left and sit into the right side of your body. Whatever feels good here, as long as your arms are straight and your elbows are off the mat. Now we roll back out and roll onto our back again. We are going into our neck pull modification. So our legs are as wide as our hips, arms are up to the ceiling. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, chin comes toward the chest. Pull the belly in. We're going up and over an imaginary beach ball on the lap to tap the toes. Roll up through your spine, sit up tall. Hinge back with a straight spine. Tuck and slowly roll down. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, chin comes toward the chest. We pull that belly in. We're going up and over that beach ball, tapping the toes. Articulating up through the spine like there's a wall behind us. Hinging back with a straight spine. Digging the heels down, tucking the tailbone, and rolling down. 2 more. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Up and over we go. Rolling up, hinge back, tuck and roll down. Last time. Up and over, tap, roll up, hinge, tuck and roll it down. Now we're going into our jackknife series here. If you don't like to go overhead or that's not something that you feel is comfortable with, don't do it, okay? You can just bring your hands under your tush, lift your feet up to the ceiling and focus on lifting your hips. That's totally fine, okay? Otherwise, we are going overhead. So your hands are at your sides. You're in a frog tabletop position. Legs go out to 45 degrees. We lift the legs up and overhead parallel to the floor. Now in this position, you should be able to move your head freely. You're not on your neck, you're on your shoulders. Now bring your hands to your lower back, fingertips toward your tush, and snap those legs up to the ceiling. And hold. Bring those legs parallel to the floor. Hands come to the mat, and roll down through your spine. Back into frog tabletop. One more time like this. You can do as many of these as you want. It's really good for you because it helps reverse blood flow in the body, and we could all use some recirculation of white blood cells right now. Send those legs out. We're going up and overhead. Hands to the lower back. Snap those legs up to the ceiling. Hold. Bring your legs parallel to the floor. Hands come to the mat and roll down through your spine. Bend your knees. Heels come down underneath your knees for our shoulder bridge. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, tuck your tailbone and lift your hips up to the ceiling. Now this is not a yoga shoulder bridge, so we're not trying to get a lot of movement in the spine here. We're keeping our collarbone wide and our shoulders flat so that we can get abdominal engagement. The knees are pulling forward and your heels are pulling behind you to get your glutes and hamstrings engaged. Right knee to tabletop, send that foot up, flex lower, point kick. Flex, point. 3, 2, keep your hips up. 1, bend your knee, plant that foot down, left knee to tabletop. Foot goes up, we flex lower, point kick. 3 more. Use your exhale, keep pushing through that right heel. Bend your knee, inhale, exhale, roll down through your spine. Tailbone touches last. You can do as many reps there as you like to work your tush. Now we roll to our left side, prop our head up on our hand, bring your top hand in front of your waist and slide your legs forward to a diagonal. Lift your top leg. Now the first thing that we do, get your shoulders away from your ears and your hip away from your shoulder, okay? From here we kick forward twice. Kick, kick, point your toe and sweep it behind you. Flex, kick, kick, point, reach. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Now we hold it back there and pulse up. Keep pushing this hip forward. Top leg hovers over the bottom leg, flex, lift, point lower. 3. Last 2. Now on 1 we hold, I want you to externally rotate, so turn out from the hip, but keep this hip stacked. We kick up, flex the foot, turn out as you lower it down. Point, kick, flex, turn out. Now, this is not Jane Fonda. There's no height requirement for this kick, okay? You can go halfway up. As long as that turnout is aggressive and you're working your abductor, that's all that matters. Turn the toe and knee forward, little circles with your heel. And reverse it. Lower it down, slide the knees up in line with your hips, heels in line with your knees. Lift that top leg up and lower it down. 3 more here. So once again, we're not going all the way up. It's just in line with the hip. Now keep your heels together, top toe and knee open. Same rules apply, guys. We're not trying to open this all the way because this hip will start to tip backward, and that's not what this is about. We want to keep those hips stacked. Now keep your knees together, top heel lifts, we hop. Heel to heel, knee to knee. Heel to heel, knee to knee. Knees together, bottom heel lifts, top leg opens and closes. Now we open and hold, kick, tap. This one sucks. Just so you know, never gets easy. Lower the knees, lower the heels. Grand finale, lift that knee in line with your hip, tiny little circles with your kneecap. Little circles of excruciating pain. Now reverse it. You didn't know those muscles existed, did you? They're there. And lower it down. Round of applause for the tushy. Pat it out. And now push yourself up to seated. can beautifully and come to the other side. Now once again, we're on our side, propping our head up on our hand, bringing the legs forward to the diagonal, and good news, we get to do it all over again. Lift that top leg, pushing the hip forward, kick, kick, point, sweep. Flex, kick, kick, point, sweep. 3, 2, maintain that rib connection here, guys. On 1, we're holding the leg behind us and pulsing up. Top leg hovers over the bottom leg, flex, lift, point, lower. Reach through the heel, reach through the toes. Last time. Now, turn the toe and knee out, external rotation, we kick up, flex, lower. Kick, turn out to lower. 3 more times here. Last 2. Last 1. Now, we're turning the toe and knee forward, reaching through that heel, little circles with your heel. And reverse. All of these are 5 counts, guys. So you're doing 5 reps. Knees up in line with the hips, heels in line with the knees. Lift the top leg straight up and lower it down. In line with the hip, straight down. Maintaining that shoulder away from the ear connection, hip away from the shoulder. And now keep your heels together, toes and knees open, close. So we don't want the toes to stay together while you open that knee. It's moving as a unit, toes open and the knee. Now keep the knees together, top heel lifts, we hop. Heel to heel, knee to knee, up and over. It's like there's something on your bottom leg that you're trying to hop over. Now keep your knees together, bottom heel meets top heel, top leg opens and closes, high clamshell. 2, hold, we kick, tap. Make sure those hips stay stacked. Last 1, lower the knees, lower the heels, lift the top knee, tiny little circles. And reverse it. Lower it down, pat it out. For time, we'll skip the stretch. Watch the yoga video, you can stretch there. Now roll onto your stomach here. Our last exercise of the day is going to be a plank series, okay? Hands are underneath the shoulders, toes are tucked. I want you to push away from that mat and lift up with control, okay? Now we're lowering back down, elbows go back, 3, 2, all the way down. We're lifting right back up. Slow. Hold, and slowly lower. Now you can do as many of these as you like. Once you find yourself at the top, right knee pulls in left knee. Right knee, left knee. You can stay here. You can mountain climber it. You can do regular push-ups if you want to. You can do that all on your knees if you need to, or on your forearms. This is an option as well. From here, you would just lower and lift. Now in this position, make sure your neck is long, your eyes are on your thumbs, and your shoulders are over your elbows. And child's pose. That's all from me, guys. And stay tuned for more exercises from VIDA during this lockdown period. That's why it's echoing. I'm alone. Bye, guys.